And there it is, aka Patters. We have a absolute surprise today. Your Monster 2024. This is a movie from a year ago. It popped up on my stream. We talk about this so much. I love the experience of getting so many great, and I'm not being frivolous here, so many great new films because of the streaming services, the streaming wars, or maybe the wars are over and is balancing out a little bit. The idea that these companies have to make something new all the time and put it in front of your face is the type of competition I love. So we have Your Monster. And if you look at the thumbnail, this movie came up on my Amazon Echo or Amazon TV slider. The imagery for this movie, I'm not talking about the trailer, I'm just talking about the thumbnail. You can see, it's Beauty and the Beast, and there's a heart. And on the Beast side of the heart is a blood splatter. And here we go. Because we got to talk about this. And this movie is important.
Quiet on the set!
Let's go.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
I'm just going to tell you again, my AK Patters. I don't care if you're a Grinch when it comes to Valentine's Day, if you're a little curmudgeon. Valentine's Day is a great effing holiday. I get it. You may not have romance in your life. And if you do, you better be celebrating Valentine's Day. But you may not have romance in your life. But there's someone that you love in this world that you can show some appreciation towards, and vice versa. That's the essence of Valentine's Day. So I put this movie on because I'm doing what the Film Buff does. Let's dig around and find a couple crevices. I feel like I did find a crevice with Water for Elephants, and previously we did Love Story, the greatest romance movie of all time. Tragic romance. Water for Elephants really blew me away. That was just a movie I classified of. It's the Titanic effect. It's a movie that didn't get traction because of the effects of Titanic, and I get it. There's a gap between those two movies, but it shows you how significant Titanic is. Check out that one if you can. Yeah, and a part of my exploration for themes and just content direction or producing, because I feel like I put on my producer or my programming hat, I'll say. It's like I go far and wide. I spend a lot of time clicking through these streams, and I know what's on almost every single one of them. Some of the free ones, some of the paid ones, but I spend a lot of time. I do a lot of research. I keep notes. This is my process. My intent always is to find what's worth bringing to you, because I look at my time as valuable, and I see your time as more valuable than my time. So Your Monster comes up, and I'm thinking it's a Beauty and the Beast, a modern day Beauty and the Beast ripoff or knockoff or update. But it looks well shot. This is another very well shot movie. Well Stone. Now, some of this is a lot of modern movies they just look beautiful because of all the modern day stuff, but it doesn't take away the eye of the cinematographer and the eye of the director. So big ups to Will Stone. I'll be looking for him on social media. But this movie presents itself as a modern day Beauty and the Beast. So you get into the movie, and we have a girl. Laura Franco. Sorry, I'm just I got the Wikipedia up, guys. So a little bit of a cheat sheet. But Laura, she's recently going through a breakup, and she is in the theater world. She's an actress. I mean, she's a thespian, I guess, as some of us like to say. But she's an actress. She's in stage productions, and she's going through this breakup, and the monster appears, and they kind of start to develop a little bit of a friendship, a little bit of feelings together. The monster himself is so well chosen. And I'm not talking about the makeup. I'm talking about this conversational like chemistry the two actors have. It's amazing. It's heartwarming. You just want to watch these two individuals interact. That's how you know you have a director. When it just seems too easy, like too easy. It doesn't seem like you're watching a movie. This is Caroline Lindy. And Caroline, if you're out there, I'm going to be hunting you down. I'm engaged, but I am so much attracted to talent. Caroline is a part of this wave now, as observed and dictated on this very podcast. The American drama has been saved by the American female director. And I put emphasis on female. And I'm not being woke or feminist or doing any of these other things. But it's the position that women can tell particular stories because of their lives, their experiences, and the lens that they view our world in. If any dude made this movie, and this is essentially a breakup movie. A woman finds a monster, and the monster helps her get through this grief. Just get through a hump, and they kind of develop feelings for one another. There is an absolute pain. There's an anguish in our protagonist, Laura. Now, it's not explicit. And this is how masterful the storytelling is and how purposeful it all is. And I say purposeful within this context. That a lot of these scenes, they have a intent. There is a purposeful intent locked into many of these scenes. And it's unlocked when the audience participates in that scene. Very stage, if we were to classify it. Very much like our protagonist, Laura. I think women can tell stories about breakups in ways that men cannot. If a dude made this movie, it would be a little bit more self-improvement. It would be a little bit more taking accountability, getting control of your life, taking the bull by the horns, right? Some people might say that those are social norms. And I do not. I say that is just the makeup of men versus the makeup of women. So part of, a lot of these things that's been happening in Hollywood that are in effect still happening, I think left the door open for individuals like Caroline Lindy to walk through. And a lot of them have walked through that door. And we can argue that they've maybe got like a privilege. They got like an extra look, an extra pass, or they were more excuse me, they were more considered because they're women. That could be true. I don't know. And I don't, but that's not the argument of this movie. But it's an observation. A lot of times these movies intersect with everything else, like the culture and all. And that's why you get into filmmaking. So we get this completely true, honest, heartfelt movie that doesn't exist. Because the more you watch this movie, the more you engage in some of these conversations that Caroline has. Her ex is running this musical that he wrote for her, and she tries to audition for it, and she becomes an understudy. And the whole movie gets into the scene where she's asking the guy why. Like, why this, why that, why that? And she's effectively rejected for another round. And then we have the ending of this movie. And I can't spoil it. I know we talk about spoilers don't matter with this podcast. Like we should be able to talk about movies. But we have times where you should engage with this film. You should put on your backpack and walk that trail. Walk into the unknown. That's what a good story does. The ending of this movie, I saw it last night and I woke up today thinking about it. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to record anything. Believe it or not, we had Steven Spielberg's Always on the docket to drop today. So that's not the case. We're talking about this movie because I feel like this is not a romance movie. It's not a Valentine's Day movie. This movie ended up on my radar because I was digging around for Valentine's Day movies. And the movie has this little hitch, this little kicker, that it could be Beauty and the Beast. Just visually and from the thumbnail. But there's a reason why on the Beast side, the heart is splattered with blood. And that reason is, it's scary. I wouldn't even put this in, I think it's classified on Wiki as romantic comedy horror. This is a drama. It's not any, this is a dramatic movie. And you feel for the girl. You really do. So much so, I think as a male, you don't ever want to break up with someone because you don't want to bring them that level of pain. And we learn from the best movies. This movie's very significant. It's very important. And Caroline, if you're ever out there, I would love to have a conversation with you.
Okay, that's a wrap.